the Dunkin' Police is like a police force inside of Dunkin' Donuts.
We need to make the commercial campaign for Dunkin' Police.
Do you have a fritter? Get a fritter in his hand now.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Your pet is part of your family, and you want the best for them no matter what, but vet bills can really add up. That's why you should check out pet insurance. And with ASPCA Pet Health Insurance, you can focus on the care your pet deserves and cover what matters most. To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/DPT. Jay, that's aspcapetinsurance.com/DPT. Again, aspcapetinsurance.com/DPT. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance. Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population Jackowitz.
Eric
Jackowitz. The third? Is it the third? Is it
The fourth.
The Wolves of Glendale.
The Wolves of Glendale. If you don't know the Wolves
drummer
of
from
Glendale.
Wolves of Glendale.
Okay, so the Wolves of Glendale, I don't know how you guys came to me or your band came to me. I think I did someone suggest? Might have been Scott Rogowski, our dear friend.
That checks out.
Came and saw you guys when you were on the East Coast, didn't he?
Yep, he saw us in
Connecticut,
and he brought us 3 different types of New Haven pizza.
Oh okay, so he's the greatest. Rags may have told me about you, but I think I already knew. The song Olivia, my daughter's best friend is Olivia. I love it. It gets so weird in the middle. The new album is just fantastic. And we do a music episode every year, Randy and I, of our sports podcast. And we talk about some of our favorite songs that came out within this calendar year, and yours is on my list.
What?
Olivia is on my list for 2024.
We'll talk about all this stuff. We got dumb stuff to get into, Eric. Why are we wasting time promoting your stuff?
I mean, and the fact that you are gym friends with Dan.
Yes.
When you walked in, Dan, please. This was the greatest.
Just like Eric, and then we were like, oh yeah, we work out together every day.
No, it was more of a Eric. Like my workout.
I think you guys are long lost brothers.
Yeah,
right.
You guys
just have spotted.
You guys survived.
Shout out Go Tribe. Shout out Go Tribe.
Shout out Go Tribe.
Shout out Cricket.
Yeah,
shout out Cricket. It did look like.
Shout out Kira.
Seemed like you guys were in. What's that plane crash show? Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, Yellow Jackets.
Like it felt like for a moment you guys had gone through 30 years ago a Yellow Jackets
experience.
Did we
had
eat
to
our
work on a
volleyball
horrible
team
TV
members
show.
15 years ago?
You ate your trainers.
Eric?
Yeah.
Did we?
I just fully faint on the floor.
Did we flambe a classmate? All right, go ahead.
So, Daniel, you've got the first story.
Ready?
Let's jump into
Send it by
some dumb.
Needles at Patrick Foy, F-O-Y-E.
What? New person.
Needles.
I like it. So our fans, just so you know, Eric, our fans can on X. We still do it on X.
Twix.
On Twix. At Sklar Brothers, at Daniel Van Kirk, hashtag Dumb People Town. Then that way we know who sent it in first.
Also send us all the stuff for our Patreon, too. Guys, if you haven't signed up for that, do it.
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
$5
if you have
a month.
join our Patreon, and if you have a crazy story,
This is where it's real fun.
213-839-8322. You can leave a voicemail, and we just listen to it and break it down. Let's jump into dumb.
Ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Man who hijacks front loader leaves only one option for police.
To shoot him.
Murder.
I don't know.
I don't know. What is the option?
Well, I know.
By the way, there's been
Man who hijacks front loader leaves only one option for police.
There's
what's
been
a
lot
front
of-
loader?
So it's like a big thing of equipment that I'm assuming.
Huge shop, like a scooper.
Oh, yeah, like a Tonka truck?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
But by the way, there's been a
They're
lot of that
enormous.
going on. We did a story recently where a guy
Drove into Walmart.
but rammed into it.
Turned into a drive-thru.
Right.
Turned into a
Like
drive-thru.
William H. Macy in Magnolia?
Yes, totally.
Gwinnett
Yes.
County, Georgia. Gwinnett County Police had a massive problem on their hands on Saturday when they heard that someone hijacked a 75,000-pound industrial front loader from a waste management facility on Corley Road in unincorporated
Why are people leaving their
Norcross,
keys?
if you want to add that to the
Yes. Why are people leaving their keys in their front loaders? Just
I know.
100%.
lock it.
Do any of us know that you need a key? For
Do you?
sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm assuming you do.
Dan, I don't
right?
think you can walk by.
Or
a front
maybe
loader.
it's like Tesla. It's like on your phone.
push button.
Yeah, push
Apple.
button.
Yeah, dude, these front loaders are getting like crazy in terms of the. Do you have the front loader app?
Remarkable.
Exactly.
What front loaders are nearby me? It's not a freaking Lime scooter.
Front
guys.
Yeah,
loader.
you can hot wire a front loader.
Front loader, not the dating app you think it is.
Hey!
Or is it?
I mean, back loader.
Front loader is just for people who want to do missionary sex.
Yeah,
Like it's just
yeah.
front. You
What
don't
if it
want
was-
anything
Promise?
else.
You promise?
Just gay men who want to do missionary sex.
That's fun too.
Front loader.
The front way.
Yes.
There you go. Anyway,
Look at each other.
The front.
We
way.
look like we do front loader workouts.
front loader workouts.
up.
Okay, here we go. Remarkable. Let's take it easy.
All right,
Yes.
let's just-
Remarkable dash and body camera footage shows officers and employees attempting to stop the man at the wheel.
So employees were there, and he
The
tried to steal
employees,
it. Praise
the
him.
employees there, this is a quote, stated that an ex-employee who had been fired back in
Okay.
September
Here we go.
was on the premises and was driving one of the pieces of equipment around the property, said Corporal Ryan Winderweedle.
Stop it.
No, this is not real.
Yeah.
And
The cop.
after all, you're my wonder wheel.
Wow.
Darius Rucker's version of Winderweedle is
Oh.
so good.
Rock me, mama, like a winter wheel. And away, you Friedel.
Brad Friedel.
Ryan Winderweedle. Like, if you were having an issue with an officer and you're like, can I get your name and badge number? Of course you can. It's Ryan.
Brian
Got it?
Ryan.
Winderweedle.
No,
Don't give me a fake name,
on.
officer.
Or the Amazon Woody Allen show with Kate Winslet, Wonder Wheel.
Exactly.
Yes.
I love it. That one.
Winderweedle.
I saw Winderweedle. It's really hard to spot them. They're high in
Yeah,
trees,
yeah,
like
yeah.
really high
Oh,
in trees,
yeah.
and you see them just for a second. They'll knock on the wood for a second, and then they're gone.
So Winderweedle also feels like a TV show that new parents are talking to each other about watching with their kids. You guys into Winderweedle yet?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Every
from
day in our house.
It's from
is
the
Winderweedle.
associate producer of Baby Deer or whatever it's
It's
called.
just baby
Baby reindeer.
Stop.
That's a whole other kid's show.
That's a whole other kid show.
Okay.
That's a fun one.
But things went from bad to worse when he floored on the gas pedal and took it out of the facility and onto the public road.
So, do you think there were people, and I ask you this, Eric, do you
Yes.
think there were employees who didn't know that he was fired and just was like,
Oh,
what's
that's
the guy's
Jeff.
name? What's his name?
Sure.
Do we know his name yet?
Yeah, I can give you his name now. We
What
can
is
give it
it?
to you later. It is Eddie Sanchez.
So that they're just like, oh, Eddie's just driving that thing around. and I was
Classic
like,
Eddie.
Was he? And then someone's like, you know he was fired. And they're like, oh, God.
no.
Oh, no.
Stop him. Get him out of there. That's a dirty Sanchez.
So he floors it.
It's a rogue Sanchez.
Rogue
He
Sanchez.
floors it.
Oh, boy.
The front loader erratically barreled down public roads towards Saturday traffic on Jimmy Carter Boulevard. And you know he doesn't want that.
No.
Was he drunk?
Jimmy Carter Boulevard?
Was Jimmy Carter
Jimmy Carter Boulevard sounds like a dope rapper.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy Carter Boulevard is it? He jumped into the beef.
It's only Jimmy Carter Boulevard if it's little Jimmy Carter Boulevard.
Lil Jimmy.
Little Jimmy, baby Jimmy Carter Boulevard.
Or he dropped the Lil and he's mad when people still call him Lil Jimmy
Baby.
Carter Boulevard. He's like, oh, it's just JCB now.
Yes.
It's
That's-
just there's no L.
JCB.
That's his
JCB.
shine box. That's his version of
LJCB.
go get your shine
Go
box.
get your shine box.
In
Go
that
get it.
moment, if you don't know that's a Goodfellas reference,
Yes.
I can't help you.
Which,
Yeah,
by the
go
way,
get your
someone
sign box.
said that now there is
been
a
gone a long time.
warning at the beginning that says these cultural stereotypes against
No.
No.
What
There's
on like
now-
Max?
there's
No, it
on
had
the
to be
app?
on like
FA.
TBS. or
I don't
something.
know.
TNT.
maybe
TNT.
but there's now a trigger warning like culture. I'm like
For what?
sure?
I'm
Pretty
watching.
sure
I'm watching Goodfellas.
Martin
This is what
Scorsese.
Also, I'm pretty sure he just made a movie about people he saw growing up.
Also, it's
Right.
fictitious. It's not
a good
trying.
It's a
point, too.
movie.
It's a good point as
Also,
well.
hot take: Casino's better.
Whoa!
Sorry.
That is
Is
a
he
hot
trying to
take.
beat us over the head with a phone, like a Rickles?
You thought De
Yeah.
Niro was the best portrayal of a Jewish person you'd ever seen?
Ace Rothstein, absolutely.
Yes.
I think it's the mob at its most mobbyist. It's
So that's
way
when
too long.
I
It's,
just don't believe that guy's that smart and then that stupid.
it
Just
actually happened.
kill
I just like that Joe Pesci is doing
James
what
Woods'
he
character.
thinks
Just
is-
kill James Woods' character.
Right. But James Pesci is doing what he thinks is a
James Pesci.
Joe
James
Pesci is
Pesci.
doing what he thinks is a Kansas City accent, and it's like just more.
It's all everything is all
Southern.
over the
It's
place.
all
Oh,
over the
it's
place.
all over the map. That's what I love
Country.
about it.
I love it as
It's
well.
funny,
I mean,
too.
Rickles.
Rickles is
Rickles.
great.
Rickles.
This is great. Although,
Joe Bob
have
Briggs.
you seen the outtakes
from that? Like,
No.
there's
Oh, when he yells at him, learn
No,
your lines.
Learn your lines.
Yeah,
It's
when
like,
he's yelling
too
at
late.
De Niro,
De
and De
Niro.
Niro's crying, laughing.
Oh,
He goes, the
that's
money they
awesome.
pay you can't
learn
your
two lines.
Then
Can't
put
learn
it on
your
a-
lines.
You put it on everything, and he's lifting up. That's the thing about De Niro is that he writes, and same with Brando was that way too. Everything was written everywhere on the set, so he picks something up, and the lines
No
are
way.
on everything. Those are his lines.
I watched Last Tango in Paris last night. Now it's funny to think of he's doing that.
Anytime he picks something up, why is he looking out the window?
Right.
What's he doing? He has a far off, mysterious stare. No, he's looking up there,
at the
reading
lines.
his lines.
He's reading the lines.
Dan, we told you.
So when he's like, a little bit, he's looking at his a little bit. Offended him a little bit. Same scene. Callback. Same scene.
Two more.
Okay, so he goes down Jimmy Carter Boulevard, where they don't want any of that business.
Little Jimmy Carter.
Little
Boulevard.
Jimmy.
In that moment, the police didn't have anything big enough to stop the massive machine.
Yeah, what would you use?
As officers worked with
Tank.
state troopers to keep his
Blow dart.
path clear, another Gwinnett County officer hatched a plan back at the waste management facility.
Grab another one.
How fast is it, the officer asked?
Front loader fight.
Oh my god! Dude, I watched that.
Anybody want to guess how fast these things can go?
17
7
miles
miles.
an hour.
Yeah,
You're
7
guessing.
miles an hour.
20 miles an hour.
30 miles per hour.
Whoa, that's fast.
So back at Waste Management, everybody else is dealing on JC Boulevard, right?
This
gotta
kitty
think-
purrs.
You got to think outside.
Back
the
at Waste Management, a cop goes, how fast is that? And the employee responds, they can probably get up to about 30 miles per hour. Cop says, quote, okay, grab that, pointing to another front loader.
Dude,
Quick,
I
quick,
told
quick.
you.
Fire with fire. Let's
go.
Front loader with front loader. You called it, Rand.
This is
front
freaking
loader v. front
Godzilla
loader.
Mothra.
Yeah.
Front loader
This
v.
is
front.
going to be
Yes.
The evil front loader
And you know
against
the other cops
good one.
were like holding people. Let him go.
Let 'em
Let him
fight.
fight
Right.
it out. This is essentially the plot to Pacific Rim.
right.
That's a
Yeah.
great movie.
Or
This
Fast
would
and
be-
the Furious 15.
This would be the end of a John Woo movie,
right.
Yes.
like in the 90s.
Yes,
Right.
or an opening to a '90s Michael Bay movie,
Right.
Like with the car chase scene that makes no sense and doesn't need to.
100%.
Guy hasn't driven
Front
in 50
loaders
years.
fight. They fall off the thing, and then the guy jumps off and like dusts himself off and goes to work.
100%.
Right.
Did I get my job back?
Yeah.
You proved yourself today, Eddie.
All right.
Or
it's
just to
an
the
FBI.
coffee guy, 2 sugars. No
Right,
kid.
right.
He gets off the thing. He's like, looks like someone blew a front load, and then just walks off. No, what was he gonna say? I want him to.
Eric, what was
Oh,
the
I
joke?
thought he was gonna say like it's an FBI training
Yes.
Yes.
simulator and it ended, and he goes, "All right, 100%."
Yeah, we need you to save the earth. The way you handle that backhoe,
Right.
we're sending you up.
You made one mistake.
Yeah. Goes 30 miles per hour.
Check
Quick,
your rear view.
Why don't you front load that back?
grab that, quote, quick, the cop said.
God.
Police escorted the current waste management employee in the second front loader.
Yes.
So it is like Armageddon. They hired the only you
Dude,
can
it's
do
like
this
Fury-
job.
This is like Furiosa. You know what I mean? It's
Rather
like,
than show a cop how to drive a front loader, we're going to take the waste
don't have
management
time.
employee
We don't have
and
time.
deputize him
Right,
to be
right.
a cop. This is Armageddon on the streets of Jimmy Carter Boulevard.
We're sending up the construction workers to the meteor.
Police escorted the employee in that second front loader up. Now, how far away do you think Eddie Sanchez had gotten?
Oh,
At 30?
Fast Eddie Sanchez.
Yes.
he's probably like a mile and a half away.
Eric?
Yeah, 2 miles.
Okay.
I think he's 3 miles away.
He got 5 miles away.
Oh!
He's out
Could
there.
have gone faster. He's obviously screwing around.
5 miles
Right?
is like my
Probably
house
running
to your
errands.
house.
Probably
That's
running
far.
errands.
It's far.
I mean, you can max that thing out.
So
30.
so now second front roller hauling ass up Jimmy Carter Boulevard with a police escort. Right?
And they're playing the song from Footloose when the 2 tractors go at each other,
Yes.
and his shoelace gets tied. Yeah.
Yes.
What was it? That song, or what? I think it was "I Need a Hero."
Wait, there's
I need
another-
a hero.
Yeah.
So
they're escorting
to the end of the line.
Wait, was that from Footloose?
Yeah. Oh,
He-
Bonnie Tyler.
Oh.
I thought it was Flashdance. Okay.
No, I Need a Hero is from that moment when
Maniac is
when his foot
Flashdance.
gets the strings get tied around
You're
the
right,
thing and he
you're
can't
right.
get him
What was
off.
the one from Streets of Fire?
Ooh,
Diane Lane.
Oh, I don't know.
No idea. Dude.
All right. Anyway.
Damn.
Talking about sliding doors. Okay. Second front loader up to nearly 5 miles to intercept the first one. Quote, they were trying to use the weight of that equipment to stop this first individual, Winder Weedle said. The video shows the plan working. The employee was able to flip Eddie Sanchez and
What?
the hijacked
Whoa.
front
Like
loader.
BattleBots.
Dude,
I was gonna say it's like BattleBots.
look,
Dude.
oh, I got it.
Daniel.
Oh, good catch,
You're
Daniel.
excited.
Oh
Whoa!
my God, he flipped him. He flipped
Bro,
him.
he flipped him.
He pulled him. That is now a Dirty Sanchez. I need a hero.
That's right. Boom. Okay.
How'd he die? He flipped his front loader.
Flipped him in the front loader.
If you're the second employee, how excited are you?
They're like, I have been
You've been
waiting my life.
deputized, police escort,
Permission to
barreling down.
destroy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
That's-
get
yes.
to live out every kid dream. I'm going to knock over this front loader with
Dan,
the
is
front
that the
loader.
name of this movie?
Every kid dream?
Permission to destroy.
Yeah, there you
To
go.
destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deconstruction.
Well, I mean, this guy seems like he was a real nuisance at work, so it probably was awesome.
Yeah,
To
like,
just totally wreck
This guy
this guy.
stole my
It's like 18 kitchen
Yeah.
offenses.
That's for drinking my Diet Coke.
That's right.
Fridge.
Boom.
Yeah.
Sanchez.
yeah, he has his own axe to grind.
Right.
His own front loader to
It's
grind.
for leaving the toilets, shit in the toilet seat.
Yeah, for never flushing.
He just yells, "Call her again!" when he like.
Yeah.
After the roughly half-hour ordeal, police arrested the
Say
man
my
they
name.
identified as Eddie Sanchez of Delaware. Shots fired at Delaware. While Sanchez hadn't worked at the site since September, officers said he had done the same thing just days earlier, but didn't leave the facility's yard. Which
So-
means everybody who works there was like, let him go. Let him run it. He's not leaving.
What's he going to do? Leave the yard? And
Right.
then he does.
Right,
Ooh.
because he had to escalate. Because the first time they didn't care. They let him run around like a toddler. till
I
he got-
imagine the guy who followed him, like all this stuff's going on, and you just see a guy, his hat's down, he's got a toothpick in his mouth, and they go over to him like, "You ready to get him?" And he takes the toothpick and throws it. He's like, "I got him."
Yeah, yeah. Born ready. Born ready.
Born ready.
Yeah.
Just a front loader shit in the. I thought you
Does a
never
front
had.
loader
You
go
said-
30 miles an hour?
you said, I thought you never had.
Yeah.
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 So hadn't worked this September. Comes back a couple days earlier. Runs his little front loader around. Nobody. They don't call cops.
No. Why
Right?
would they?
Remarkably, no other vehicles were damaged, and no one else was hurt. First responders took Sanchez to the hospital for evaluation, but he was later released and is now behind bars at the Gwinnett County Jail. Waste Management declined to comment on their employees' quick-thinking actions. Not the bad guy. Comment on the BA.
Yeah, come
Right.
on, the guy who
Flipped
just
him.
flipped him. Yeah.
Right? Don't you have to get? Then you got to get that front loader back up, right?
Oh my God.
That's going to be an ordeal.
What's the sentence for hijacking a front loader?
Grand,
Theft.
that is really
Grand destruction of
theft.
property.
Larceny, grand
Theft.
larceny.
Yeah.
Theft. Grand.
Okay, we'll get out of here on this. How old?
Is crazy
Is Eddie Sanchez.
Crazy Eddie Sanchez.
Yes.
He should open up an
Loco Eddie.
electronics store.
And I'll show you a pic afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think, Eric? He's
He just got fired.
Yep.
Got fired back in September.
Back in
Did
September.
did it twice. I mean, this is like
I would say late 40s.
pick an
pick one.
age.
48.
48.
I'm gonna say 41.
41
I'm gonna
from
say
Jason.
57.
57. Crazy Eddie Sanchez is also in the picture. You'll note. I don't know if it wants to affect anybody's age. He's wearing two different socks.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Is-
excuse younger.
38 years
Wow.
old. Excuse
41.
younger.
Jason,
Look at him. He
41.
looks like a Nicolas Cage character.
Oh
He
my
does look
God.
like Nicolas Cage in Face Off.
And by the way, this is the truth. So even though this guy did this and put people's lives in danger and was kind of a jerk,
Yes.
the paramedics are like taking care of it. You know, like that.
What, he just got flipped in a front
I
loader.
know, but I'm just saying, like even though he was a total
Dude,
jerk,
Winder Weedle's by the book.
He is afforded that you got to take care of him, and that's why we are a society. Let us not lose that.
Sure.
Even
Right.
if someone steals a front loader, you got to
For the
strap
second
him
time in a week.
You don't make the straps too tight. You just jerk. You know what I mean? You're cool.
You all right? Because you're arrested. You all right?
Yeah.
Because you're going
Your
to
life
jail.
is over.
You're screwed. You're going away for a long
It was
time.
already over when I lost
Yeah.
this job, brother.
All right.
I got kids.
When we come back, we're going to find out what Dan's got going on and talk a little Wolves of Glendale with Eric Jackowitz. All good stuff. It's Dumb People Time. We're so happy. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, gang. Welcome back to the show. Before we get into what we can let people know about, how they can follow and support, assuming you guys are doing some live dates and album and all that stuff, as Jay mentioned, that came out this year. Daniel, first tell us, I want people to see Wine Club.
Tubi is Wine Club. My YouTube channel, Daniel Van Kirk Comedy on YouTube, is Rose Gold.
We have to get you up over 100,000
Be
views
fun.
on this.
It'd
I
be
really
fun.
want that to
I think
happen.
I might do it by the end of the year, right?
I think you will. I
Yeah.
absolutely think you will. And I think
so.
it jumps.
We hit 70 in a month. We hit 70K
Wolves
in a
of
month.
Glendale
dumb
Daniel
people
Van
town,
Kirk.
Daniel Sklar brother collaborations.
So I think it
are
will.
going to make it
I
fun.
just
I got
loved
more
it.
clips coming out for that. And then
Smart.
this July, the 16th through the 21st, I'll be at the Lincoln Lodge doing the Hub City Comedy Week. New material every night, different theme shows. Super fun. Come hang out. Going to be great Chicago comics. Even some comics you've heard on this podcast. They said they're going to be in town. They're going to show up. I know Adam Caton Holland's going to be there as well.
Great.
He's doing a show on Friday night. You should go see that. And then you might have already heard about this, but I have a podcast coming out here on all things comedy called The Midnight Air. It's an overnight radio podcast every single night, Monday through Friday. Episodes are about 30 minutes. I think you're really going to love it. I hope you go check it
I
out.
love
Shades of the
Everything.
Midnight Hour from
The Good Night Show that I
Good
did.
Night
Yeah,
Show.
a little bit of that, a little bit more fun stuff, some different versions of things, but still some stuff that carried over. It's called The Midnight Air. It's for people who can't go to sleep or don't want to.
Ooh, I love this.
Yeah, drops at midnight, maybe 9 o'clock here, but midnight on the East Coast. So go to danielvankirk.com to get up updated.
It doesn't
on
matter
everything.
when it drops. You listen to it at midnight,
Whenever
and then
you
when you
want.
can't fall asleep, I love
Whenever
it.
you want.
Eric, let's talk about. Can we just lavish some praise on you and the band, and just what an interest it to cut through and be like, okay, this is a really good band. Music is great. And then the lyrics go off the rails in the most hilarious ways. Songwriting is amazing. It reminds me of like great sort of 70s rock, like 70s smooth rock that I love. I mean, I'm like knee deep in all that stuff at all times.
But
And-
original.
But original and all so good. So
And you guys were profiled in Rolling Stone, and you were like, "This was not the intent. We did this just
yeah, talk to us
Yeah.
about the sort of
Origins.
the origins, the direction, and like how you
Oh.
got to this place.
Yeah. Well, thank you, first of all.
Of course.
It means a lot that you're all fans.
Ah, I love it.
Because Ethan and I've known Ethan for about 15 years, the guitar player in
Yep.
Wolves of Glendale. And we would watch your guys' stuff all the time.
I love it.
Comedy Central presents.
Thank
Hey
you.
now.
Let's
Thanks,
go.
brother. Let's do it.
Did you guys do Invite Them Up?
We used to do invite them up all the
I
time.
had that CD.
Yeah, we were on there. There you go.
Borders Books.
That's right.
So yeah, we, Ethan and I have been, friends since we were 15 years old. We met at a musical summer camp.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did.
Two-
Interlocking? Or
No,
what?
but I do have friends
You
that went
do
to
it, you
Interlochen.
sure
you
but
did?
Two, Jews in South Florida doing musical summer camp.
Damn.
And I ended up going to Berklee College of Music.
Great.
Hey, now.
And Ethan went to Berklee College of Music because he knew me.
Oh,
and he was
nice.
studying cinema at University of Central Florida. And he was
then
like, I don't want to do
transferred.
that. Yes. And so we were in like a serious band. And we thought we were going to be in like Muse.
Right.
Or like Radiohead.
Right.
And that didn't work out. So
What was the name of that band?
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
I like that
That's a
name.
good name.
Oh yeah. And so he moved to LA. I moved to New York to just be a session drummer. I was just for 10 years I was like a touring drummer playing
So,
with
like-
other people.
Yeah,
Who
who would
would you
grab
play
you
with?
and be like, come out on tour with us?
I would play with this guy Nick Waterhouse. It was like sort of like the biggest gig I or the most consistent gig I had, but I've played with like Marcus Mumford, Blake Mills, George Clinton.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just as a drummer.
incredible.
Insane.
Which, by the way, like George Clinton was all about keeping the time.
100%.
I mean, if the drums, the beat has to
If
be
you
good.
want the funk, you gotta play the funk
Exactly.
in time.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I eventually moved out here with a gig, and just to play drums. And then I was living with Ethan, and then in between tours, we started doing comedy and just writing funny songs. And so we started a band with another guy named Jacob, and we were called the Cooties. We were together for like 5 years. Started in 2015.
No
to
one wanted anything
2020.
to do with you.
No.
They didn't want to touch you guys.
No, we did some cool stuff. We played Conan. We were like one of the last musical guests on Conan when he had bands,
Amazing.
which was sick.
Phenomenal.
Great.
So as that band was sort of imploding, Tom McGovern, the keyboardist of Wolves of Glendale, was in New York City, and he told his girlfriend at the time, he goes, "I'm such a fan of these guys' band, the Cooties. All I want to do is move to LA, and if I could find a band like the Cooties, I would love that. That would be my dream."
He manifested this.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
It's incredible.
So he came out here.
He came out here, he hit us up on Instagram and was like, "Hey, I'm in town. I don't know you guys, but like I would love to meet up." And he's a very successful musical songwriter in his own right. And so we're like, "We love your stuff too."
So you knew him. That's amazing.
Yeah, we knew him. We just met him, and so on the first day of me meeting him, we wrote our song "Vaping in Vegas,"
which is
incredible.
so great.
Thank you.
And funny, and it has the recipe of great because it's familiar and great, and then it goes into a crazy place.
Totally.
You say in the Rolling Stone, you're like, oh, we knew right away that this was
100%.
This was the right chemistry.
Yeah.
So why is that? I'm curious, not to get so derailed
Yeah.
because we have other dumb stories, but like as we start to get into, we've been in this business for a long time and projects come our way. Like I remember we were writing the animated series, we wrote a whole season of shows for Dumb People Town as an animated series. Those are the easiest things to write because we're like, it just came to us. It's like, of
Start
course,
flowing.
it flows. Like we have 2 projects right now that we're working on and they both just came to us in a very easy way.
Yeah.
I feel like is that kind of how you felt as you started to get into it?
Yeah, well, I feel like, you guys know because you're brothers, and so I would say to have not only musical things in common with 3 people, which is so hard,
Remarkable.
and on top of that have the pretty much identical same sense of humor.
Yes, that's great.
As another layer, I think that's why in that Rolling Stone article we're like, this has to be. This is too rare for it to happen. So. Because
no one's writing a lyric that goes in this direction, and another person's like, "Wait, why are we doing this?"
Exactly.
Everyone's like, "Go farther."
I know, 100%. So like we were writing a new song just yesterday, and it's so funny how simpatico we all are
I love it.
with on the same level. So we're always trying to like top each other, and whatever the funniest thing is wins because we all laugh the most.
Great way to do it. That's the way we feel on this podcast.
Who came up with Wolves of Glendale as the name? Great name.
Thank you. I believe I suggested it in a text thread. We were trying to come up with. There was a bunch of things like someone
what
had said
did make it?
wolves.
Yeah, I wanna hear it.
Right. I don't remember, but I just know that we were trying to come up with something like Queens of the Stone Age.
Great,
because we love them.
Yes.
However, we want it to be
Funny and a little
funny and dumb,
Yes.
but also sounds hard.
right.
So wolves are hard.
Yeah.
Glendale not so
hard.
hard.
Not as hard.
Right.
And it's great. And in that one sort of, as we were
kinda
coming
just-
up with the name of Dumb People Town, you're like, you get what this show is from the
100%.
from the title. From the title of your band, people know, oh, this is going to be a funny band. This is good.
Right.
Like you get that they're, and then the lettering is phenomenal. It's kind of in that
thanks.
heavy metal sort of a way.
Yeah, it's like Kiss.
Yeah. it's
So
just
where
awesome.
can people follow, like to go see you guys live or
And
check
get
out
your
all
music
stuff?
and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Absolutely. Instagram,
Yep.
Okay.
Wolves of Glendale.
Yep.
Perfect.
We are not on X.
Okay.
I think it's Wolves O Glendale.
Wolves on X, but
because there is a Wolves of Glendale, and we've never tweeted once.
crazy.
Facebook, and then YouTube Wolves of Glendale, and then Spotify. You can hear our debut album that came out
Follow
in
them on
January.
Spotify.
Please.
That's always good.
And then we are in the middle of writing the second record now. So that's sort of our year right now is we're writing the second record. We already booked the recording session in September.
Great.
2 weeks in Portland, and then we have the second album tour booked.
Amazing.
We're gonna go to Europe in October for 2 weeks, and then we're
Incredible.
gonna do a month and a half in America in November, December, which will be announced June 7th, along with the first single.
Great.
That's
if
a
you
lot.
ever need
Awesome.
anyone to open for you, we'd
Oh my
open for
God.
you
Or
guys.
the flip side is these guys should come do a live Dumb People Town.
Oh my-
like
we would-
Largo or
of course.
something.
We
like
would
that.
love that.
Yeah,
Yes,
so let's figure
anytime.
that. Let's figure some of that out.
That's
I love
great.
it. Okay,
All right, Rand.
I'm gonna jump in this story too.
Jump
Okay,
in.
you
That's
ready?
great.
All right. Now, do you have kids? You don't have kids, do you?
No, no.
Okay, so we have kids. This is gonna. I don't know who to be mad at here, and I need your guys' help as we sort through this story. This was sent in by Brew Pounder at Brew Pounder. And I think Brew Pounder. I wish his name was Drew, so we could call him Drew.
Drew
Pounder.
Drew
Pounder.
Pounder.
Or CCH Brew Pounder.
CCH Brew.
Wire
Any
fans.
Shield-
know what's up.
Shield
Or
fans.
Shield
Shield
fans.
fans.
That's
Sorry.
a wrestling name.
CCH Brew Powder. All right. Here's the, and again, I'm so mad at the kids and I'm so mad at their parents.
Oh, wow.
And Jason's going to be like, whatever you want to do to these kids, this is my prediction.
I'm
Do
interested
it.
to see where the two not kid people fall.
Children destroy couple's expensive home with chainsaws, axes in very long evil vandalism spree. And we'll find out how long it was.
Wait,
A-
their own kids?
We're going to get into this. A number of youths, we'll get into how many, destroyed a couple's 6-bedroom home using chainsaws, axes, and sledgehammers to smash their antiques and even ruin the victim's wedding dress in a UK court heard last month. The group took tools from the owner's garage. Never leave your chainsaws out. I mean, is that right? You gotta put those on.
Why does
glass.
anyone need a chainsaw? Can you think of a reason?
If you live in a neighborhood?
Damn why.
Well, if you live up in if you have a cabin, you constantly have to be taking branches off of trees. If
Cut
they
your own
start to,
firewood,
hang
Jay.
out. Or they'll hang out over your branches and stuff.
And
like
you don't
that.
want it to fall on your roof.
Or you can also get a lot of your own firewood that way.
And sledgehammers and copies of Peter Gabriel's album So. Just kidding. To smash their antiques and even ruin the victim's wedding dress. Okay, so they took it from the owner's garage and embarked on their. Okay, we're going to tell you how long it is. I don't want to give up the time.
Okay.
Vandalism spree in May last year, causing how much in damages? And we'll do it in U.S. dollars. How much in damages, Jay? I know you're adding it up right now. How much
euro
in damages?
to dollar?
I'm
here.
going to say like
We're not doing euros. We're American dollars.
American dollars, like $1.3 million
Okay.
in damages.
Daniel,
I'm
what do
not
you
even joking.
I know.
Yeah, I know. You could
Really?
be,
Chainsaws,
we don't know this house,
sledgehammers.
and we don't know how much
Right.
time
in the
they had.
house.
But I'm gonna go $100,000.
100,000. What do you think, Eric?
$250,000.
Okay. So in May, causing $371,000 damages
Wow.
to the how expensive house. How expensive is the house now?
Oh,
Where in England is this?
Well, now it's a lot less.
I don't know. It's like Isle of
What are
Wight.
you-
It's
what
in
are
the
you-
Isle of Wight.
Wight.
What are you
Isle of
up
Wight.
on Zillow?
Yeah,
England?
he's up on Zillow.
Yeah, man.
He tours. He
He's
knows
like,
Europe.
I do know.
look, the band thing is one thing. I'm also
Is
a
this
real
Leeds?
estate
Because if
agent.
it's not Leeds,
out
what
of
are we even
Fulham.
really
Is
talking
Is this Leicester?
about?
All right, so
The Leicester Chainsaw Massacre.
The Leicester Chainsaw Massacre would be amazing. All right, so Isle of Wight, WIGHT.
Oh, that sounds rich.
Yeah. So how expensive is the
Is
house
the
in
house?
U.S. dollars?
I said 1.5 million.
That's a
So
good
1.5
guess,
million.
then.
What
Yeah,
do you think, Daniel?
It's their
I'll go
dream
two-
house.
I'll go 2.2.
2.2.
It's
Eric.
probably like a castle or something.
Hell yeah, dude.
We destroyed a castle.
Yeah.
All right. What do you
I'm going to
think?
say 3.
One of you is exactly right.
Whoa.
Do you want to stay?
I'm
you switching?
staying.
To
No,
Jay?
I'm not switching, but I think
I'm
Jay's
staying
got
with
it.
one.
You
1.5.
can switch. You're
No,
allowed
no,
to switch.
I want the over.
I'm staying with 2.2.
Okay, get your answers in, townies. And what do you think it is? Because this house is worth $1.5 million.
Wow.
Well done, Jay.
So you were kind of right too. All right, the youths aged as young as we'll do this at the end. Okay, destroyed paintings, stained glass window, a chandelier, a grandfather clock. What
is this?
And had sprayed
Weird science?
Agatha
bleach.
Christie.
Dude,
Listen,
I saw a video the other day of like a woman spray painting on an old painting and then cutting it up with like a razor blade,
Was
like
for
in
the
a-
It's Jack
environment?
Nicholson in Batman.
in a movie in an art gallery. I'm like,
Oh, as a protest?
yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
you dummy. That was just like hundreds of years old. Like
know.
it can't be replaced.
make your
like
point
make your
better?
point
Have
better?
you guys ever been at a party where people were destroying the house?
Yes. Do you know this story? We told you this story.
Yeah, we haven't told you the story.
Oh my God, this is the best story.
Okay,
We
so
got-
you'll
we got
love
like
this.
Okay.
14
So our
years of
friends are
friendship.
in.
Their friends had a band that you would have loved.
You would have
because
loved
they are the okay. They were a band called Detroit.
in Minneapolis. They were Detroit
Cool.
in Minneapolis. They were amazing. They did
They called their music Flesh Rock.
so it was. They did a Rush medley, a medley of Rush songs that ended not with a Rush song, but with Triumph Lay It on the Line, because Triumph, like Rush, power trio from Canada. That's how fucking good these guys are.
And they had so many funny songs. We'll maybe play one later if we can. But like they had friends. We would go to Minneapolis to do shows, and then we'd jump on their show late night. And then after one show late night, they're like, "We're going to our friend's house. The house is getting destroyed tomorrow.
It's
We're
literally
Oh,
getting
you've told me.
raised tomorrow. So we go to this party, and like
okay.
at the party, this is no joke.
Like a
It was
fucking demo party.
someone threw a
Demo
football
party.
through the window, and like,
And
then
you're just sitting there talking to somebody, and you kick through a door, to
kick through the wall,
kick it,
and it was like the most fun thing to do.
This should be an
awesome.
HGTV show. Party Crashers.
Party crashers, dude.
And you go to houses that are being demoed, you throw a huge party,
And you get to
everybody
destroy
who
it.
comes
And
gets
that's
the most
to-
demo.
rock and roll
So you
thing
don't
ever.
have to pay for the demo. These people demo it for you.
Yes.
This is
I
like
mean, people
party crashers.
ripping cabinet doors off of things, like going crazy.
So we called so we were talking to them the next day. We're like, dude, that was the most
fun party
thing
I've ever been
100%.
to. Throwing stuff like out windows and stuff, and they're like,
Oh, they
we
really screwed up. That house is not.
Oh,
He got bad
oh
information.
my
That house
God.
is not being raised.
So they
That's a movie.
right?
And now you got to raise
were you
money.
like, I'm going to prison?
Oh
No, well, thank God, like, we are so far removed from anyone who knew anyone there. We were like, got on
Right.
a plane and left.
Yeah,
but I was like, someone is in trouble.
You went
So they
AWOL.
did all this. Grandfather clock sprayed bleach, oil paint, creosote, and ketchup throughout
horrible.
the house, according to Island Echo's report.
Punks.
Water had gushed across the bathroom after taps were ripped off, and the group had fashioned a slip and slide on the floor.
Well, now I'm back
That's
on
fun.
board.
Right. Mahogany windowsills had been carved into, and graffiti was daubed on the walls, according to the report. The court also heard that they used the couple's tools to chop down a palm tree and attempted to set a tractor mower on fire.
Man, they
It's
hate these people.
mindless, and it looks like a whirlwind has been through the property, said homeowner Joanne Pittard. Hoisted on her own petards.
Foisted on her.
In a victim statement read to the court, we were horrified at the evil vandalism and attempts at arson on our property. It will take a long time to recover financially and emotionally from this event. And a estate agent said the damage for the property had devalued the house
Right.
now what it's worth between $309,000 and $371,000.
Wow.
Wow.
At-
And nothing
and-
worse than British graffiti. too.
And that was after the couple had spent how much on repairs? How much did they spend on repairs to try and fix this?
$500K.
Oh, so they repaired all the
They
damage.
tried to repair
and
all
it
the damage,
Still
and it
knocked it
still-
Oh,
down.
and it's still?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
still knocked down after the repair. So
Oh,
how much-
150,000.
150,000. What do you think, Eric? How much they spend?
200K.
What do you think, Jay?
400K.
Get your answers in. They only spent $42,000. Should have spent more. 42,
Well,
300.
or they got in for 42 and they're like, hey, it's not going to make a difference.
Yes.
And they were like,
Right,
stop spending
right.
money then.
How many? This is the craziest thing about it. All right, so
How many kids?
how many youths do you think did this? Is the great guessing. This is a great guessing story. How many youths?
Do we know how much time they had?
So how long did the spree happen in the month of May?
Do we know how old they are?
We're going to do that at the
Oh,
end.
okay.
That's
Okay.
I'm going to
gonna
go
be
6 kids.
6 kids. What do you think?
I'm going to say 10 kids,
And for how long?
Oh,
8 hours.
8 hours. What do you think?
I think they had a month.
A month. Okay.
6 kids did this over the course of a month.
Right.
I'm going to say 4 kids.
Very
I,
disturbing.
and I would say they
Farts.
did it in an evening.
In an evening. Oh, you said 8 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
One of you is exactly right on the time,
It's a month.
and one of you is 1 year off on the number of kids, or one
one
kid
number.
off. One kid off. One kid off on the number of kids.
I mean, I'm going to stick with a month, but I'll go 7 kids.
Okay.
8 hours, 9 kids.
8 hours, 5 kids.
Okay. Get your answers in, townies, because it was a month,
Oh,
Dan.
bang.
and there were 7 kids.
Bang, bang.
right there.
Wow.
Bang,
Okay.
bang.
We'll do their ages at the end. All right. They admitted to the court that
Double
they had caused
dipping.
criminal damage to the property and expressed regret and remorse for their actions. 6 of them were ordered to pay how much?
So, what,
In
one
compensation.
Each,
the 7th one just
or the
filmed
total.
I don't know. Just
Each one?
Each one were ordered.
50,000.
What do you think?
it. That'd be, because you're close to the total.
300,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go 75,000.
What do you think?
I'm going to take the under with 25,000.
Each of them were asked to pay $1,800. How effed up is this?
Oh, 'cause
Is there
it's
like
just
an
the fine?
insurance
In
thing?
compensation,
It's just the
And
probably
a
the maximum
12
fine.
month or in 12-month referral order, which means they're like sentenced to 12
Right.
months community service.
Oh.
Young offenders work with a community panel and agree to on a contract to address their behavior. The 7th teenager is due for sentencing later this month. Speaking to these kids in court, the Isle of Wight Magistrates Chairman Keith Jones said, quote, "Your behavior has been appalling, an absolute disgrace. To all of you," Island Echo reported, "we will get out of here on this. Give me an age range of these 7 kids. How old are these 7 kids?" Or we could just do, what do you think? What's the youngest age? You could do
Youngest
let's
is
do-
10.
Yeah,
There's
let's
a
do
10-year-old.
youngest. Let's do
10.
youngest.
There's a 10-year-old.
I'm going to go
The runt.
I'm going to go an 8-year-old kid.
8-year-old. Okay, what do you think?
One of the kid's brothers. He's like, he's got to come
Right,
with
right,
me.
right.
Gotta bring him.
He's a total pyro.
Like he's being cool about.
No,
like,
you'll
yeah.
like him. He sets
No,
the
he's-
fire.
he'll be
He'll
quiet.
help.
He's
He'll
gonna be
help.
the craziest
Dude,
one
he's
out of
fast.
all of us.
He's gonna
faster
drive.
than
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think. He's
He's
Dude, he
faster.
knows how to use a chainsaw.
He can get into
Right.
the vents.
He
Yeah,
will get
yeah,
in the
yeah.
vents and he will mess this house up.
I'm gonna
Why
go
are,
eight.
why are we so mad at this house? I don't know, but the kid hates it.
He's light. We can throw him up into the
throw him up
Right.
into
Let
the
We got to
rafters.
bring him. It was his idea. Okay.
8-year-old.
He'll narc on us.
What do you think? Youngest kid. You
the
said
youngest
10,
kid is
8,
probably 12.
12. Okay, get your answers in, Townies. Well, and then we'll do the oldest. What do you think the oldest kid was?
17.
15.
Oldest kid?
Yeah.
16.
Okay.
Just hit it.
7 kids. I mean, hundreds of $1,000s worth of
Yeah.
damage
You
on
say
this
4
house.
years old.
Toddler.
So good.
Yeah.
I thought this was crazy. They are between the
He's
ages.
4 and they're like, you like hitting it?
You like that? Does he like that?
Fun, right?
Does he like it?
It's fun, right?
He'll just swing the hammer until he's done. What if I just said 3 and 5? I mean, that would be the
that would
best.
be
That's
incredible.
not
That'd
what
be
it
Lord
is.
of the Flies show.
Between the ages of 11 and 15.
Oh,
That- you're
okay.
right
I
there.
was
the
right
whole
with
thing.
15.
But
Wow.
11 to me
11?
is shocking.
Yeah, it's young.
That is that's 1 year
Little
older than
hooligan.
your daughter, Jay.
Little hooligan.
Boys suck.
So I think, listen,
They might not all
It
be
was all
boys.
girls.
Sure, we don't know. So this is what I think, and I am curious to hear. There's
Terrible
no more in the
twos.
story, right? The terrible twos. What I think is their parents should have to pay for, and
Well, they're going to get a civil
parents'
suit.
insurance.
That 1800 has to be the maximum destruction of
That they can do
property
that.
fine.
The
They're
civil
going to get a
suit
civil
is
suit.
all the parents will have to pay for.
Gross negligence.
Yeah, an insurance or whatever.
A
Like
month. You didn't know what these kids were doing for a month.
to cover for
Yeah.
basically, you're going to get a brand new house, which sucks that there was stained glass, but you would get it
These
replaced.
kids are lucky they didn't get hurt. You're 11 years old with a chainsaw?
And I think,
I think
the
they
kids,
should get
and
hurt.
it's on the
I
kids.
think they should
Jay,
get hit.
what do you think
Yeah.
should happen to the
They
kids?
should be allowed to hit him.
Yeah.
With a stick, like with
Yeah.
a really.
No, you know what they should do?
Just stick.
with a broom.
Those kids,
a paddle.
those the people whose house got fucked up,
Yes.
they should get 40 minutes in each kid's bedroom to do whatever they want in there, and it cannot be changed or repaired for 2 months.
Right.
Right.
So
I'd take a shit in there. I'm telling you, you know what's
To the bed, a lot of people would want to destroy the bed. All you want to do is kick out one leg of the bed.
I would.
Kick out because that is miserable.
I actually would. I would use a chainsaw and saw it off and just move it over a little bit. So if you got on the bed, the whole thing.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I
So
mean, yes, I
Yeah.
think they.
I just that is
Yeah.
just it's insane to me. And again, where are their parents?
I know. I don't think. when I was 11, I was never left alone.
I think
ever.
this is the new version of Oliver.
Yeah.
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 I think what should happen is
They're
they
all
should
orphans?
all.
Wait a little
Yeah.
bit. Oh look. Wait a little bit. Oh look.
I love it so much. There's story number 2.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I think the punishment should be like in classic British countryside
Right.
punishment. They should be put into a giant wicker man
Yes.
and light it on fire.
Light on fire.
Right.
There
See
goes
what
Burning Man.
happens.
Literally Irish Burning Man.
Or,
Yeah.
or like a flowers in the attic situation,
British
where,
one.
Yes,
they, where they
exactly,
like
yes.
are like Anne Frank in it.
like
for like a few
I
years.
think these kids, and I mean this, should not be able to see the light of day for a month.
Oh my god.
Like just get them in a like no
Solitary.
lights for a month. I'm not saying solitary. I'm just saying
Right,
like they
right, right.
can't. They don't know what time
like
it
some
is.
Or-
psychological damage.
Yeah,
should
they
be
should
done.
Like an
Invest
old
these
boy.
kids.
They
I
put
say-
him in a hotel room and give him a dumpling every day.
they each get a construction job for 3 months. You really want to do this?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
There you
Demo
go.
this house and like
and they get yelled
and
at.
yelled at. Like
Yelled
workers
at.
get to yell at them,
Right.
and curse at them.
and kick them and hit them.
You can hit
Yeah,
them a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You can run them over with a front.
With the front
All
loader.
right, that's story 2.
Sorry, 2 down to the books. Jay, give us a little taste of what we're gonna.
A jealous girlfriend goes a little over the
I
top.
cannot wait to hear. We'll let you know what we have going on. It's Dumb People Town. Eric Jackowitz from the great Wolves of Glendale. If you don't know them, get on them right now. He is with us, and we have one more story. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Okay, guys, you all know that I have the 2 little puppies that I love so much, Ponyo and Ziggy. But Jay, you're watching a dog.
I love this dog so much, and I've watched how much this dog has opened up my children, and really sort of in a few weeks has really become a huge part of
That's
our
what
family.
pets do, Jay, and that's why I'm so excited. Today's episode is sponsored by the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program. Like we said, Jay, your pet's part of your family. You want the best for the pet no matter what.
Vet bills.
Vet bills can really add up. That's why you should check out pet insurance. And with ASPCA Pet Health Insurance, you can focus on the care your pet deserves and cover what matters most.
So the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program offers customizable accident and illness plans, making it easier for pet parents like you to help your pet get the care they need. The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program has been around for over 18 years, and they've helped more than 600,000 pets during that time, Ren.
They allow you to customize your plan, helping to ensure that your pet's plan is as unique as they are, because vet bills can really add up.
Yep.
You know this, especially when you're least expecting it. It's simple. Use their app to submit a claim, and you'll receive reimbursement for eligible vet bills directly into your bank account.
To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/DPT. That's aspcapetinsurance.com/DPT.
Again, that's aspcapetinsurance.com/DPT. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Before we get into this final story, Jay, we should let people know what we have going on. Again, we are very far out ahead in terms of episodes that we've recorded, so that's why we're always like, we don't know when this is going to drop. But if this drops before June 19th and 20th, we'll be at the Fort Worth Hyenas on the 19th, and then the downtown Dallas Hyenas on the
Great clubs.
20th.
Great clubs in Dallas.
And then on Friday and Saturday of that same weekend, the 21st and 22nd,
We're in
we'll be
Houston.
at Houston.
Maybe Dan Van Kirk will be there
It will be a blast.
at the Secret Group. It's a really cool spot.
I love it, and we're very excited about it. And so just check supersklars.com for all that. We have a tag-in on Monday the 25th that we're doing at Largo.
I think it's Tuesday the 25th.
Is it Tuesday the 25th?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll-
23.
That would be the
25th.
25th,
Yeah.
Right. We'll do that and then figure that out. But again, supersklars.com for all that stuff. We're working on Kevin Hart's Olympic show this summer, which we'll probably hopefully do a little something on. Remember we wrote a little thing for you to do, Dan,
was
on
fun.
the end of the
You
year
were
thing?
funny on that.
So
I
lots of
bet
good
you're up.
stuff happening in the works, but superstars.com and our Instagram at Sklar Brothers. Follow that stuff. Let's jump into the story.
Okay, here we go. This is sent in by Matthew Friedman at Not Your Average Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Woman accused of stabbing boyfriend after she saw him texting another woman.
So
I get it.
It's a little
We're okay.
Escalade.
Fair, right?
It's a little Escalade.
it seems like the correct
Why do I feel like it's
response.
not even a knife?
Normal people town?
Stabbed him with a
Who
fork,
knows? I just
spoon?
wouldn't. Yeah.
a spork. Here we go.
Spoon.
Duncan, Oklahoma. KSW owned. Great news. An Oklahoma woman is accused of stabbing her boyfriend after she saw him texting another woman. KSWO reported that Duncan police arrived. America does run on Duncan, I need to say.
On Duncan Police.
Duncan police.
Yep.
They arrive. They don't even eat donuts.
Yeah,
These,
they don't.
this police. All right.
Duncan Police.
The Duncan police is like a police
Yeah.
force inside of Dunkin'
Yes.
Donuts.
We need
Yes.
to make the commercial campaign
Yeah.
for
Right.
Duncan Police.
Do you have a fritter? Get a fritter in his hand now.
Less hazelnut in that coffee. All right, here we go.
More hazelnut.
Isn't there like default flavor hazelnut?
He just shoots a shot of flavor.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
comes
yeah.
in with a pump and he's like, "Don't make me pump it! Don't make me pump it! Open up the glass."
I fired shots. Two shots. Two shots. Two shots of
Two shots of hazelnut.
Two
Yeah.
shots of hazelnut and two
espresso.
shots of espresso.
That's
All
right.
right, double shot. Duncan police arrived at Creekside Apartments on March 17th after receiving a call that neighbors heard yelling coming from
St.
the apartment.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
This is a St. Patrick's Day fight.
This is the St. Patrick's Day.
Stab me.
miracle.
I'm Irish.
I don't think that's the phrase.
Is that it?
When authorities arrived, they saw blood around the door and causeway.
You don't want that.
Dude, there's
Blood on the causeway.
If you're a cop, you
that
at
a
least
Doors lyric?
you at
That's,
least
I was going to say that's the
clip
title of our second record.
Blood
Oh,
on
it
the
is?
causeway.
Blood on the causeway.
blood on the causeway.
I love it. Okay, on the causeway, and when the authorities arrived, blood on the causeway, an officer then grabbed a sledgehammer from his vehicle and broke down the door.
Wait,
Second
what?
sledgehammer
They're like,
reference.
Dave, we don't need to do that.
Yeah, we could let's just check to see if it's open.
Lot of blood.
And it was.
Authorities found, and we're not going to tell you how old she was, Natalie Chairs, Chaires, Chairs, in a room and asked her to put her hands up. She was then handcuffed and taken into custody. Police went back to search the apartment and found a man in the bedroom closet wrapped in a blanket.
What?
What is he?
Suffering
against his
from
will?
2 stab wounds
Gift?
The end of
in the left
Halloween?
arm and armpit.
Laurie Strode.
He's hiding in the closet.
That's right.
With
Which will allow him to text this woman a lot.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
Sure.
He's like,
You got one free arm.
honey,
cut me real
MySpace.
deep, but give me a few minutes to text this other
don't
girl.
come over here.
I
It's
miss
not
you.
even- is it his texting arm?
I mean, he was right to try and get out of this relationship.
I mean,
Exactly.
That's a red flag when
but
someone
it's-
stabs you.
you're
in the
caught-
eye.
It is a bit of a red
This
flag.
isn't Narnia. You're not going anywhere but in the closet.
Yeah. During the investigation, Chairs admitted to being under the influence of alcohol and marijuana when she stabbed her boy.
Don't
Don't
blame
drag
weed.
marijuana.
Yeah, don't blame
marijuana
weed.
doesn't
No.
make you
Weed's
want to
not
stab.
Weed was
marijuana.
probably the
No.
best thing you did that day.
Weed
I
probably
know.
made it just the armpit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if she wasn't on weed.
There you
To
go.
the neck. To the neck.
Also,
and to the
weed
chest.
makes you slower. Your reaction time is. I always love when they're like weed, like Sha'Carri Richardson, the
runner, the
got
sprinter.
busted for weed. I'm like, that is not performance enhancing.
I don't
Right.
think-
He did it despite being on
She
weed.
did.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, that's right.
if you're dating somebody and they threaten to stab you, leave
Yeah.
immediately because if
Hot
they've already
take.
gone there in their mind.
Damn,
well,
that is a
he
hot
didn't
take.
leave.
He didn't leave.
I'd be like, I'm out.
He rolled up. Like,
Don't think you can like talk through.
he went
this.
into a
Right, right.
burrito, a blanket burrito, and got in the closet. That's right.
armpit stab. That
Extra
he
hot
could have
sauce.
died.
She also allegedly blamed the incident on being, quote, a little bit crazy.
She blamed it
You
on
know
yeah.
me, Cheris.
I mean, listen.
Can I get off on
You
that?
know us, Cherises.
We're a little
Can
bit
I-
crazy.
Can I put it on there that I'm a little bit?
You know what happens? You get a stack of Cherises together.
It's a little. Okay. However, police also interviewed the man, and he told authorities that
She a lot crazy.
that he texted his aunt.
That was
That's
his
what he was
aunt?
saying.
Oh my
The other one
gosh!
was his aunt. Which
I
I don't know if I
don't know if I believe
He
that.
texted his aunt you up. Like, I don't know if you're
You
going to
don't
text
text
your
your
aunt
aunt
you up.
Texted somebody he saved as Aunt
Aunt,
in
yeah.
his phone.
Right.
Aunt Marcia.
Yeah, Aunt Carol.
What are you
all been
wearing,
there.
Aunt Carol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
What are you gonna do
Why
to
don't
me?
you
Aunt
get
Carol?
out of that?
I miss you
I've-
so much right now.
I've
Aunt
been
Carol.
a naughty boy. Aunt Carol.
Get in the bath, Aunt Carol.
Yeah.
What? I'm texting my aunt.
Check my aunt.
What?
Well, I can't have this
I'm
relationship.
making sure she's taking her diabetes.
I can't
medication.
have this relationship with my aunt. I love her.
You still lactate, Aunt Carol? What?
Squirt some of that in my face, Aunt Carol.
Pictures or it didn't happen, Aunt
Yeah.
Carol. Jesus, weird.
Well, I hope they never date again.
I know.
Chairs was charged with assault and battery by means of force,
Good.
likely to produce death. We'll get out of
Yes,
here on this.
100%.
How
I mean, I s-
old?
It's crazy.
How old
It's
is it crazy?
self-admitted crazy Cheris.
A little bit crazy, Natalie Chairs. How old is she?
I'm gonna
Stab
say
me.
NC is 26 years old.
I was
26
going
years
in the.
old.
I think 29.
29.
Yeah, I would say 27.
Okay,
26,
we're right in the same
27,
grouping.
29.
I got the under.
Get your answers in. Think about what they are. Check out Wolves of Glendale. Buy their
better.
music. Support them. Go.
The name of the album that came out this year is.
Wolves of Glendale.
There you go. So it's as easy
Self-titled
as can be.
black cover. Words coming forward. Olivia's my favorite track of the year so far. I love
Start
it.
with Olivia and work your way in, and you'll immediately be hooked.
When Dates and
because
Cities are released end of this year, you better go see them.
go see him.
Oh.
Fun, like
I want to go. When you're in LA, I want to.
and then we'll figure out a way that we can hop on stage
We'd
together.
love
Would be
nothing
a blast.
more.
Okay,
Done.
Yes.
Done and done. And Daniel, watch Rose Gold, watch Wine Club, go see him in Chicago, come see us in Dallas and Houston. And this woman, this crazy ass woman, 19-year-old Natalie Chairs,
19.
19 years old.
19.
Wow,
19-year-old.
Girl,
she's got some growing up to do.
you do have
growing up to do.
Maybe he was texting his aunt.
Write that shit. You're right.
Do you know what I mean?
Probably was.
He's texting, "Get this woman away from me."
Happy St.
Right.
Patrick's Day.
It's like it's a stab in the dark. Is it a girl?
St. Patrick's Sleigh.
St. Patrick's
That's
Slay,
right.
the new album from Wolves of Glendale. All right, guys, love you. Thank you so much for joining us. And oh snap, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.